Hey there, RI4C TV viewers. Today, I want to introduce you to the awesome people who help us produce some of the amazing content that we put out on our website. They asked not to appear on camera, but they're sitting beside me across this table right now, and we're going to talk a bit about our latest product, which is Toothpaste Against Loneliness and Distractions. Before we get to that, I'm going to introduce myself really quick. My name is Alec Mustafayev. I'm a co-founder of RI4CTV, this YouTube channel, and our website. And I'm also the author of the novel The Dog's Day. It's a series which you can find out more about at www.lionheart.design.blog. Anyways, I'm excited to announce that the RI4CTV writing team's latest book is now available as of February 21st of 2023. If you want to get your own copy, the book is called Toothpaste Against Loneliness and Distractions, and it's packed with practical tips and advice to help you find focus and overcome distractions in your daily life. If you want to get your own copy, head to ri4c.com/TALD. Now, back to the guests sitting across from me. Can you guys introduce yourself pretty quick?
I am Water. And I am Junior.
Yeah, thank you. So, Water and Junior are joining us in this show, and they are our toothpaste focus group. As I said, the new book that we've just released is called Toothpaste Against Loneliness and Distractions. And to make sure that our material is effective, we like to bring in people to review it and share what they take away from it with us. Anyway, they've read the first 5 chapters of the RI4CTV writing team's book, and they've provided feedback which has been incorporated and is going to be incorporated into the writing to improve it and make it even better. Today we're going to talk a bit about Chapter 5 in particular, because Chapter 5 is one that we ended up stopping at mid-review. Our focus group of 2 members gave us some very particular feedback that we found interesting, which is what caused us to make this video. Jeremy, okay, Water, could you share that with us?
Chapter 5 was a bit confusing for me at first, but once you finish reading it, or once I finished reading it, everything clicked into place. This chapter really makes you think about who you have relationships with and why. And by the end of it, it all becomes clear. I personally believe that this information isn't widely known, and if you were to ask someone about their relationships, they might not be able to give you a clear answer.
That's a great point, Water. And like you point out, knowing what a relationship is and who you share a relationship with is something important for building strong bonds with them. A lot of people can't exactly define these concepts in a way that they know what they are looking for themselves when they tell themselves they're looking for a relationship. So, like you mentioned, I think this chapter can really help people understand what they're trying to get out of their lives. Junior, you also said something about that. Could you share with us?
When I read chapter 5, it was eye-opening to learn what a true relation is and what is not. Before, I never really thought about who I had a relation with and why it's important to make those relations stronger. But after reading this chapter, I realized the value of having a purposeful involvement with others. I highly recommend reading this chapter and the whole book, Toothpaste Against Loneliness and Distractions, to learn more about how to strengthen our relationships and combat feelings of isolation.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys writing down those thoughts ahead of time and sharing them with us on video. But I want to ask you a few questions about that stuff, if you don't mind.
That one.
So, Junior and Water, I'm wondering between you two, maybe you two could talk to each other a little bit even. How do you what do you did any of you observe anything that the other one didn't when you were listening to each other's feedback just now that surprised you? Did you hear anything in the other's observations that you didn't expect?
If I'm being honest, when I heard the eye opening, I realized that I should have included that in mine because I really agree with it. It did open my eyes as well to relations and relationships and how I could possibly make mine stronger with others and realize whether I do or do not have any with anyone.
Is there anything more specific that you'd say about that? Like, what does it make you think that you do differently in the future with your relationships based on what you did in the past? You can be as specific or vague as you want.
Well, when entering a relationship, we'll say girlfriend, boyfriend, boundaries may be set, and with boundaries, you could also set a purpose to relations to make sure that the relationship is ongoing and lasts for a while, maybe even until marriage. And I believe that that's what I'm gonna do next, if I ever do get into one.
No, don't get down on yourself. But I hear you. So what you're saying is that you think that because, and I'd say I agree with you, that because the way Thumo slang defines relationship is by having two relations, which is a type of purposeful involvement that you have with somebody, and making sure that those are both continuously ongoing. Or you can have more than two, and that's an even stronger relationship. But it's mathematical in that sense. You think that helps people try to get into a relationship if they are looking for one. Junior, we didn't hear from you that much actually. Here, I see you're looking around a lot. You seem like you want to jump in.
Oh, no, but
No, okay, no, it's fine.
So well, he was saying about chapter 5. He was describing it about the eye opening. It really is eye opening, and it can get you really to think about your relations and to strengthen them even further than what they currently are.
I see. Well, let's see. What would you say about some of the other chapters that people can expect when they read this book? You read the first 5.
Regarding chapter 4, which is titled "Stop Looking for Friends," I believe that's what it was titled. It tells you that friends aren't the ones that are really gonna get you out of that loneliness, because loneliness is something you put on yourself if you think about it that way, and you realize that friends aren't going to be judgmental towards you as other people who quote unquote aren't your friends would. So chapter 4 tells you that instead of chapter 4 and chapter 5, they share a pretty good connection. If you were to read both of them, let's say in the same day, during the same hour or whatever, it has a really strong connection, because it'd be better if you stop looking for friends and instead start creating relations with those that you have already to strengthen the bonds.
I see. So could you explain that difference a little more to people who don't understand? What's the difference between friends and relations or relationships, which are two different things, by the way?
Well, with friends, there are two different things from what I believe. A friend is a bond you share with someone, while a relationship would be stronger. But through Thumo slang, I believe that the definition was two ongoing relations.
Mm-hmm. That's relationship.
Yes. So with that, a friend would, or friendship means companionship without judgments. And a friend is judgmentless companion. So in a relationship, there are a lot of stuff happening. Relations help you grow. They help you know what you're truly looking for, while your friends are just people you have with you. It's just,
and that's not to knock friends, obviously, because friends are good to have too. And you can have relations with your friends, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Anyway, Before we move on, Junior, is there anything else you'd like to say about what you found